Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on last year's national champion, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Jayhawks will put total leather to crank us up. Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. On the double. Starts a drive trying to go up top. That's caught. It's Brown. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Catch in the middle, it's Burrell. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Hard running there.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
At the 35, he's open. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. There he goes. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14. Going to work on second down. In the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give from the gun. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Trying to pick it up on the ground. The Tide will get the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
With the run on first and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air, it's Marshall. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Some sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Under fire. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Jayhawks will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Here's a return from midfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Runs through a tackle. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. He's got it on the run. Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, Bama! A great catch and run for 6.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in Game 2 so far.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
And the Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Here comes that Alabama offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. He'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his man. It's Adams. Turning it on at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown time!
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the 2nd quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Finds the tight end. At the 45 on its way. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Michigan State has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Sparty's run out, but this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside Spartan Stadium. They're up by 7 over Central Michigan. We'll circle back if anything big.
Touchdown, Alabama! Special teams coming through the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. He just took it the entire length of the field, end-to-end, coast-to-coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that to the end zone, making a huge play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Dennis. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Now on second down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Jayhawks come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Grab near the marker. It's Mooney. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Jayhawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The play action fake. Looking for a huge play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field.
Unloads it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He's got it. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. At the 40, there he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Trying play action. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Brown.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
Bust through behind his pad.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Wants to go up top on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
It's third and goal and third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Now the toss. Oh, he's got some space. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. The Jayhawks moving quickly to the line. He'll do it himself. Picks up the first down. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult.
Breaks away on the left. Touchdown, Jayhawks. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. They'll leave it with him. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer.
Breaks into the open. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Marshall. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Pressure coming. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. With jet sweep pass. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Jayhawks in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on 1st down. Might be looking to run. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Whoa, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gamble in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they...
There he goes! They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Open space at the 25. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? Rides to back and leaves it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes one deep. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. To the air, it's Marshall. Grabbed in the middle, it's Durr. At the 35, he's got room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Jayhawks want to crank the tempo. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Durr. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense provides and stands on the result of the play. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
Coming out with it, it's Adams. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for space. It's Green. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Got the first down and still on his feet. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. First down here for the offense. They'll try the run. Plows through the defense.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
And the Jayhawks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
Looking to pass. It's Marshall. Unloads it left. He's got it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Buys a little time with his feet. Now he'll throw back into the middle. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. They go to the ground. Trucks through the defender. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. That was a big stop by the defense chance now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game. We're starting to get late. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Grab behind the line. It's Stewart. Powers through the defender. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
You know good and well the quarterback wanted to push the ball down the field, wanted to throw for the first down, couldn't do it because the defense had taken it away. He did the right thing, didn't turn it over, dumped it off to his running back. His running back got some positive yards, but guess what? Now it's decision time. It's fourth down.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second half.
Runs through the tackle. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
He's got his man. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on third down. You've set up fourth. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on fourth down, hoping to get a touchdown.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Back to throw, it's Marshall. Got his man quickly. Turning it on. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day. A little carried away with that roughing penalty. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Jayhawks want to move quickly.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys.
Nothing but green grass down the middle. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Kansas. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
You know,
quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Kennesaw State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by just 4 to Washington State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to scramble. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Looking deep. Complete downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field. You get it to him, you know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you start mentioning those names, it just shows you the explosive nature. Everybody you mentioned, you know they can run right by you and hit those home runs, and so far, he's making some big plays in this ballgame.
Looking to throw on first down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Slant routes. They're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage, too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. 1 more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass, it's Marshall. Fires to the middle. On target to the left. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too. Because of what you just said, David, they can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the 2nd half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Durham. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Got it in the middle. It's Durham. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On 4th down, trying to find his man. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. And some room to work. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football, you've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. On the move, it's Stewart. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Marshall. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Keeps it on the bootleg. Now improvising. Going for 6. Touchdown Jayhawks. They look finished, but they weren't. Still fighting, and we're locked up.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the 4th. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Adams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Using the quick game. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field, that...
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the touchdown, Bama. They
great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
The jumbo formation is in. Looks as if they'll try to power in the two. They'll try to pass their way in. He gets it into the end zone. The two-point try is good, and now the lead is 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Looking to scramble. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give on the inside. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown time! How about this defense taking one back to the house? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out a wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown, and you've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting 1st down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. That one comes out hot down the right side. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Trying to find the end zone. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. 3rd and goal, where the strong come through. He wants to change this route. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail meet coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Marshall. Here's a heat. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.